What's up, Rockstars? I have a huge problem with this. Thank you to my channel sponsor Into the AM. As a company that believes hard work and a great product is a proper way to conduct business, I am delighted to have them as part of the channel. They have some of the coolest graphic t-shirts around and an absolute best fit and feel that has continually exceeded my expectations. With new shirts arriving all the time and other products like boxers, hats, and even a monthly shirt club, I wholeheartedly recommend them to you. Check out the link in my description of this video for an exclusive 10% off everything they sell. You see, there's actually a lot of problems with this. First of all, I'm close. This is far. There's like that, I don't know, there's a word for how the cameras work, but like... Now, the problem, if you can hear me over there, is this goes up to my ceiling. This is one game. 78 pounds. 78 pounds. I'm going to unlock the camera. You're going to see some shaking. Oh my gosh, look, there it goes. Look at that. That's ridiculous, guys. That is ridiculous. Get that kind of straight. Okay, so it's ruined my camera. It's probably going to ruin my table. I'm surprised. This Alpha Gaming table, guys. You know what? I'll link it down below. It's a fold-out, like, Warhammer table. 6x4 foot. It has leg extenders so it can get taller or shorter. Use it to play board games. It's been great. And apparently it can hold 78 pounds. So the leg isn't quite straight. So... I don't know how, if it falls on me, I'm dead. And you guys just get to witness. Whoever finds this video, upload it to YouTube and monetize it. So that's my final gift to you. Yeah, so anyway, this is Tanares Adventures. This is 78 pounds of Tanares Adventures. Now, when you get it, it shouldn't be quite that bad. Because you're only getting one of these. Not two. Probably. Maybe you get more. I think that's doubled up because I think they sent a painted version. See, I like to paint minis, and so I was like all excited. Like that freaking like beholder looking kind of guy. Super excited. Want to paint him. But I think they wanted me to take a look at the comparison between painted and unpainted. So I think there's a bit more in there. That being said, even if not, that's a lot. That's a lot because this is wave 2. They've already sent wave 1, guys. Look, I'm going to start unboxing it. We're going to see how far I get. This might be a multi-part. I'm going to go ahead and film a possible intro for the second video in case it's too long. So I guess we'll see. I don't know. Future me will know. You'll hear me in the middle, halfway through one of those boxes, just dying perhaps. I'm not sure. This is going to be a doozy, so strap in. Get I don't know, a drink, some snacks. Snacks and drinks help. And enjoy. Maybe I can keep you company while you work. I don't know. I don't know what you're doing. This is watching a big ol' unboxing video. All right, let's get to it. All right, so I think this is adorable. By the way, they like obviously pre-labeled this. I wonder if this was underneath my shipping label. I'm going to check the other box. I'm not going to show the unboxing, like pulling out of both. Once I get everything out of here, I'll get both open, and then we'll kind of do like painted, not painted, or not painted, painted, or, you know, whatever. But they obviously, you know, had this preset out like, hey, this is going to me, which is kind of fun. But look at this. That's the weight in pounds. I'm a little far from the microphone because this is so big. It's a little hard to angle it in a way that matches. So I'm going to kind of lean down here. I'm like, my face is like right here. But... if you want like a weight the rest of the world uses, as an American, I can't help you. You're gonna have to do the math for me, because our education system. No, I'm kidding. I just don't know it. But 33 pounds. 33 pounds. You guys tell me what that is and whatever measurement you feel is appropriate. But if you did back the Tanares, oh man, that's just gonna make the whole sound. So when I cut these, by the way, I try not to cut like in case sometimes they put the box like right there, and so I always try to like cut like into the corrugated this part, and so that's that sound you're hearing, the dun 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 dun, right? But it's because I angle it like that, so I'm not like cutting anything. But anyway, hey, if you appreciate this, there is a fundraiser going on, and you could win this. Tanares. All In, I think it is. Feel free to check it. There's that and like Sworn and all sorts of games on there as a thank you
for your generous donations. And of course, those donations go directly to the channel to help run it for another great year. Okay, yeah, this is packed tight. Let's see how it is. Try and not hit anything vital. Ugh. You know, I'm moving on February 2nd, and so you guys are going to see a whole new setup, and eventually a whole new table as well. So I'm working on it, guys. I'm working on it. Alright. I've now blocked the microphone. There we are. Hello again. So let's go ahead. And, we got this to fill up. This is filled up tight. That's good. That's real good. Alright. We got whatever this is. We got whatever this is. Oh no, oh, I'm dropping knives. Okay, alright, let's see here. I think this is the painted box, actually. Well, maybe not. Maybe it's a mixture. I don't know. I don't know how they decided to put this in here. Oh, this one's going to be so cool to look at. Oh, I'm so excited. This is pretty light, actually. This is not where the 33 pounds are. I'll put it down there. We got, oh, look at this. We got, like, freaking single minis here. Look at that. You know, I know they're like stuck doing this now, but I put a lot of effort into the editing of these videos to try and get that to look good, because naturally, and I'm not saying it doesn't look bad or it looks bad, but the light colored plastics typically don't show detail as well, especially with the like filming lights that I have here. So I'm a big fan of dark gray. I really am. It works well. It's what I picked for my resin. Let's see. Mystical pack. This was the Emperor's Palace. They showed it long ago. Okay. So it's a repeat of these guys. I think these were the only ones that they didn't get last time. Oh my goodness, there's so many in here. And there's still that second box. Alright, character pack. Is this from the first one? No. No, these were not from the first one. Alright. Because it's Tanares. See, it says right there. Derp derp. Okay. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so guys, look, I'm moving. You know how long this is gonna take? This might have to wait. That's a ton. I'll have to like put on the Lord of the Rings extended edition. And I might finish this in time for Frodo to throw it into the volcano. Alright, let's see. Good night. My goodness, villain pack. I am really excited about this one. This needed to happen. Arena, again, great game. Really enjoy it. Definitely the villains needed kind of a pick-me-up there. Scenario pack. Love it. Okay, very cool. Got some terrain stuff. I dig it. Look, at this point, you may as well go all in here. Okay, so see, now we're already getting some repeats here, how they packed this anyway. Because here is a painted version of the numeral pack. Right? So there's that. Which means I might need to, I wonder, if I got both of those here, what's in the other box? I might have to check. And then this legendary box has its own kind of bracing, as you can see there. I think there's some more stuff here. Yep, I got some more stuff here. Oh, dear Lord. All right. Got some stuff in here. We'll check that out. Anything else? No. Okay. And then the legendary box, which is very light. This was like, I think 2 expansions than the last one. I got the updated walls and everything like that, and I bet that looks about the same. But it also, this is cool. It actually has coming in Hero Pack 2. Okay. Very cool. So this is, I think, just a storage box, almost. No components. No, it's got the characters. Just minis. Okay. Alright, sounds good. We'll open it up. We'll see. Okay, actually, I thought that looked familiar. I have already unboxed that. That came from the original one. So this is just kind of like an all-in, like wave 2. Here, that's loud. I'll stop doing that. This is like if you just got everything just now. So a little bit of repeat, which will save us some time. That is good. I might make it through. Let's see. Well, gosh darn it, this is a 25-pound box, so they are different. Let's go ahead and I guess unbox both. I was ready to sit down, but no, I gotta stand up here and unbox this freaking thing. That last box had the Dragon Collection in it too, I noticed, which is also a repeat from my previous unboxing, which will also be linked down in the description below, right near that fundraiser link. You'll find a link to the unboxing I did from like their Wave 1 stuff when they essentially redid Arena the contest and most of the characters, but not all of them. And that was just to kind of bring that back up to snuff. So a lot of you guys, I believe, played it for the first time then. And let me know what your thoughts were on that. I would love to hear your feedback on that. I really, like I said, enjoyed Arena. It was very much, I liked the puzzles and the riddles and stuff like that, and the situations you could get into. And I also liked how swift it played. It didn't take it wasn't like a 500-hour campaign that I'm never going to beat. Instead, I was able to play it and beat it and then be done. That was kind of nice. Oh, man. Oh, okay, so no, that's a repeat. Let's see. Oh, okay, all right. So we'll get some of this out of the way. All right. So this is the original core box of Arena, the contest. It had a green dragon. They redid it. We'll set that over there. All right, what else we got here? We got a class pack. This is for the new classes, I believe. Very cool. Yeah, I remember when they first linked, like I remember her and her specifically. I remember those being leaked. I believe he was also leaked, and so was he. Not leaked, but, you know, like they announced him and showed him off. Whatever. Leaked. This, I am pumped about, guys. The Golden Dragon. I remember when they first showed me this, I was pumped. Look at that sculpt. That's going to be awesome. I'm pumped. Well, hopefully it's awesome. I mean, I guess it could be crap. I don't know. We'll find out. Okay, let's see. This is another Dragon Collection. Can't get it out. It's stuck there. All right, what do we got here? Yeah, they packaged this kind of weird. Make me unbox them both. All right, so here's the painted and the non-painted version. They'll be right there, and I'll compare them. I'll show them off to you guys, so you guys can make a judge for yourself. Dread the First Ungod. Sounds freaking sweet. I think his mini looks better than his art, and their art, by the way, one of the first art books I really enjoyed, because it was like, I mean, so the guys behind this game, I don't know if you knew this or not, are huge TTRPG fans. And so you could tell, like even in their art book, all the lore, this is before they announced that they were going to do an RPG. It had so much lore about the different, just civilian life and the cities and, the regional areas and species in it and all the kinds of stuff. So it was really cool to see. Oh, the painted one. Sweet. You could tell that they wanted to make an RPG board game and then even an RPG, and so they did. And the art style, though, always really loved it. Always have. It's been fantastic. Okay, here's the Madness box. What is going on here? But I have 3. Okay. I don't even know. So here's a regular one. That's the guy I was talking about. I'm excited. Okay, so there's that. What even is this? This will be a painted one, maybe? Yeah, there's painted. Okay. Makes sense. I'll compare that. So then what the heck's this? What is this? Another painted! Okay. Well, I guess, I don't know, one of you guys want a painted Madness box? Well, see, it's stuff like this, where a lot of times they're just like, just send stuff, and he'll show it off or whatever, and I will. But I don't need 3 of those boxes. I'd rather have one of you guys in the community have it. That'd be my preference. All right, let me get the last box. We'll open it up. All right, only 20 pounds. Actually, the only's kind of funny because the last one was, what, 25? So this little box weighs as much as almost as that big one. This, I believe, is where we're going to get a lot of cards and cardboard. That stuff weighs a ton. A lot of what I just unboxed there was minis. So it's ironic that this box here weighs almost as much. It's also impressive that was just minis. The other ones weighed about the same as a whole board game. I mean, it's an insane amount. And I remember stating this because at this point they've had 3 campaigns now, because they did the RPG one afterwards. just to like go through, of course, RPG stuff, but then they had all these other content that they still wanted to unlock for the board game. And it really is like 3 campaigns worth now that they're delivering. It's just insane. Or they just made it all in boxes. This is like one of those Russian dolls, you know, where like the inside of the doll is like another doll and then another doll. Come on now. That being said, this is generally actually a very good way to protect it. I've never had an issue with anything shipped this way when it comes to like damage. Not once. I mean, you know, I'm typically get some pretty good handlers, apparently. You know, a lot of you guys will post pictures like your shipping guy like drop kicked it or something. But either way, with the gap and then the extra cardboard, it seems to be a lot of protection. More cardboard here. We're just gonna slide that sucker right in there, and we have Tanares Adventures. Oh. Again, I remember. Gosh, it seems like forever ago almost, but it wasn't that long ago, when they revealed the art with this lady riding like a Pegasus or whatever, right? Oh, come on. It's such a tight fit. Alright, I think we're going to have to take this box out of this box. That's what we're going to have to do. Come on. Give it to me. Oh. I think I'd get good at this unboxing at some point. But nope. Gory games right there. And then we're just going to drop it. That's what we're going to do. All that careful packaging, and then it gets to me. Alright, get out of here with your safety stuff. Okay. Oh, that's 1 box? I thought it was 2 boxes. There's 20 pounds. Tanares Adventures. I'm not even sure if there's minis in here. Either way, guys, I think it's about time I catch my breath and unbox this. Okay, well, let's get started. At least I can sit now. My goodness, I swear. Okay, so this is what kind of box do you guys call this? Where it has like, I don't know, a very obvious 2-part thing. I'll show you, I guess. It's very interesting. I think I have a few games like this. I think Bardsung was like this as well, I want to say. Gosh, now I'm like doubting myself, but I almost want to say like Sheol was like this too, but I don't think so. I'm looking at Sheol now. No, it was normal. Bardsung was like this. I can see it. It's up there. You guys can't see it. But I can. Surrounded by my games. I'm going to be packing these up, I think actually starting tomorrow. Ugh. Okay. Guys, this is really dense 20 pounds. That is not distributed like at all. This is a solid bricky game there. Alright. Yeah, see? So like this whole thing where it's like separate. I don't know. It's interesting because it's not even overlapped. It's literally it's like a whole separate piece that's slightly bigger. But you can hear the linen finish there. Box wise, again, you can kind of see the glue line there. It looks like it's fairly on the edge. Looks like it might be a little going farther down on this side than up here, but otherwise good. The framing, and it does have a frame, right? This little frame here does look good, and nothing seems odd there. It's kind of dangerous to do something like that because, oh man, I do like that. So this has got that kind of gloss UV, a little bit of a shine to it, which looks nice. And it's the only one that does. Interesting enough, it says, and I'd never noticed this, Arena of the Contest down here. And I thought, I don't know why. I'm not sure why it does. Does this contain both games in it or something? Like, I don't know. Or is it like the Arena of the Contest is the first game, but also the series? And Tanares Adventures is a thing inside of Arena of the Contest? Is that what it is? I always said that, like, this was the name of the first one, this is the name of the second one. But this almost makes me seem like this is the world or the universe, and then this is a thing inside of it. But I don't know. On the back, notice this doesn't like match at all, so you really want to almost show one or the other. Like, because otherwise it literally looks like 2 games, which I almost thought it was like 2 boxes. Oh. It's heavy, guys. On the back, we have a few minis. Just a few, not very many. Though it says 68 miniatures here. So it says 68, and then it just shows like 6. 8, apparently. But then we have the whole map area here, and just a handful of cards. Very few things, and it really doesn't show you anything about the game itself. That's very interesting. It says this expansion for Arena of the Contest creates a brand new combat role and cooperative campaign game mode with countless hours of unique, repeatable entertainment. With city and world maps, dozens of heroes, 100 plus unique villains, and 100 plus adventures and quests, you can dive deeper than ever in the immersive, rich world of Tanares. Interesting. Doesn't say standalone or non-standalone here, which is also kind of interesting to do. Normally, you would state one or the other, right? Not that I don't think this is, I don't know. Is there any retail plan for this? Not that I'm aware of. And as such, I mean, you know, you don't have to worry about somebody not knowing and just coming up and taking a look at things. Okay, so we're going to flip this over right off the bat. This is super smooth. Like, this is such a strong linen finish there that I'm kind of surprised how smooth this is. Yeah, it seems fine. I did see there is a little bit of breakage right there. But again, this is a very heavy game, and I imagine, you know, I don't know, maybe it's just me with these really heavy boxes like this. I do tend to see this happen just over time, just pulling it out and back in, right? Especially if you're putting it on your shelf like this, right? Or I guess like this, right? To display it, which makes sense. That's almost how it's supposed to be, because otherwise it's like that and you're seeing like the half and half, which is weird. You're going to be pulling it out by this lid more often than not, I imagine. So I guess get used to that, because I doubt it's going to stay perfect forever. It's just, it would need to be made of sterner stuff. This is okay. This is fine, but it's certainly not the strongest I've had. And with a heavy game like this, it's going to tear it up. Talk about flush. In fact, it's not even, this is kind of interesting. It's not even either. So if you look right here, I think you can see that it actually kind of goes like a little above the line right here. And then here you can see it dips down, and then the lid is kind of coming off there. So that should be a little further down. I don't know why the lid's not on there all the way. But either way, you can see it kind of angles up like that. So we'll see what's underneath here. Okay, but yeah, definitely have the Dragori Games logo on here now instead of like Arena of the Contest or anything like that. And we do have the black trays, and they seem to be made quite nicely. Notice there's no crinkle or anything like that. So we definitely got cards, definitely got minis, and we'll take a look at those minis. It's actually kind of soft. It's kind of interesting, the black plastic. More minis. Oh, come on out. Okay. There we go. And again, we'll take a look at those trays. A big mini in there, and then a whole bunch. What in God's name is this? That's kind of cool. Probably your little discs or something. I don't know. We got a whole bunch of spots to hold different things in. Hopefully there's some instructions there. A whole bunch of cards, all wrapped up. Oh, dear Lord. Okay. Yeah, more and more and more. Oh, by the way, you can see all the different like characters and classes here. All throughout the side. I actually really like this. I would have been fine even with like this on the bottom side there like that. Interesting enough. Oh, okay. So really flush here. Hopefully you can kind of, I mean, you can see how flush that is. There's a little bit of a gap here, and then there's like this like glue that's like visible. Like it didn't quite. I don't know. Yeah, you can see it here as well. A little bit of glue right there. It's just kind of popping out. I mean, again, I'm actually fine with it, but my goodness. Okay. Anyway, I think it was like that. Wrapped token board, so you're probably guaranteed to get the correct 3. That typically means that. Oh, let's see. Okay, wow. So a big old baggie with the whole That is a straight bag, too. I like that. A lot of times they get all crinkled. We actually have some spacing in here to make the box a little bit bigger or provide some safety inside of it. Either way, it's kind of interesting to see. And then, oh dear. Okay, this is a two-handed job. Okay, so you might see why that was not one-handed. Okay. And then this. And then, is there anything secrets? I have to swear, these companies, they love to put, like, dice underneath crap. Well, now let's work backwards. So we're going to start. I don't even know what to... There's one bag. All these tokens and stuff, but I think they all have a spot. Let's push that up there as well. Get that kind of out of the way. Oh, bag fell. And start with this. All right, now to open this carefully. I remember there was like a trick, old school Magic the Gathering packs. You could actually use a knife because they would have the instructions to the game, like a little pamphlet at a certain spot. And if you knew where that was, you could open it up. It's what a lot of like, you know, the kind of people that like wear gloves because they might get a Black Lotus kind of thing, you know, back before they like printed them for like $1,000 kind of junk or whatever. Not getting into that. Anyway, that's often what they would do. They would know exactly where they could cut to not mess with any cards. There's not always a spot like that when it was stuff like this. All right, wow. Okay, so let's see what the doctor ordered. Here, okay. Just trying to. Oh my gosh, I see an index already. I'm in love. Right on the back. Oh, okay. So let's actually, we might still have to work on that because I'm going to go top down still. I'm not messing with all this stuff. Okay, so this is kind of cool. This is different. What is this? What are they saying? Turn ally, turn villain. This is kind of neat. Commander. Got the brute. They're different abilities. What is this? I don't know. Well, I guess we'll have to find out. I'm actually not going to look at all of them. I imagine they're all the same. I mean, may as well open it up. May as well do the whole thing, right? If we come this far, why not? Why not? There's probably plenty of reasons why not, but you don't have to answer them. I guess you can if you want. This is linen finish as well. I think all the cardstocks are going to be linen finish, I would bet. Okay. A little bit of a curve to it. I can see that kind of off the bat. Okay. You get 2 copies, and they are for about like the brute and the shooter, so that's why, in case you need 1 shooter, 1 brute. Note that you can't have 2 brutes. That's not a thing. Though 2 people could. But yeah, definitely curved. Quite thick, actually. Like, this is a nice thickness. I'm really happy with this. A lot of times these get really paper thin, but not the case here. After roll, pay 3 HP. Okay, this is interesting. What is going on here? I don't know, because this seems like a lot of abilities. So I think this is probably for Tanares. Again, it's been a long time, so you're going to have to forgive me on a lot of that kind of stuff. And healer. Let me say, it's also all the old ones. It's not the new ones either. Or wait, no, Commander is. Commander's new. What was the other new one? Commander, Bruiser. Was Bruiser in there? Yeah, Bruiser was. Controller. I don't know. Wasn't there 2 new ones? Do I not know my stuff? It's been a while, guys. Been a while. Okay, that was probably really loud. Okay, then we have a quick start guide. Very nice. Preparing a hero. NPCs. I remember mentioning those. I was like, man, it would be nice if you could talk to people, like, really while doing your quest. And then they're like, okay. On your turn. 3 types of attacks. Skills. Reading a villain card. Quests. Yeah, I mean, it seems okay. A day in Tanares. Yeah, I mean, I don't know exactly. A lot of times running through something like this is nice because then you can read the rulebook afterwards and it kind of makes more sense quicker. Because you have kind of a general idea of the flow as opposed to just reading, you know, rules. But at the same time, like, how much is that going to teach you? Okay, company campaign logs, campaign perks. Is there just one of these? Can I have more, please? See, I can print more. but they won't look like this. I would have liked more of these. Campaign log, yeah. List of quests, 82 is listed here. So a bit, a few. War points, warriors, diplomats, spies, and strategists. Relic hunting, gulag secrets, battle of the oceans, penumbral plain, fact log, 90, no, I don't know how many of the... Okay, yeah, there's definitely lots of puzzles, player notes. This is super cool. I would love to see more of copies of this. Like, that would have been nice. And maybe there are some in another thing, I don't know. But just one is kind of a little bit of a disappointment, because this is not a legacy game in that sense. Except in the sense that you only get one campaign log. Okay, so here we have... Now, this is cool. So I thought this might be extra, but it's totally not, because you look, there's like spots to like set stuff and do things. Warriors, diplomats, spies, strategists, and any war point. Very interesting. Imperial Tanares assemblage stage, playing stage, using a quest card to unlock to regions only, spending stage. And then on the back here, looks like we have a camp. Dear Lord, this looks like fun. How do I remember this? Natural Lab Tavern, Weapon Shop, Iron Hand Outpost, the character deck discard pile. Assemble the map. Each player plays their cards in one turn. Spend the white cube earned, and then wrapping up. Interesting. Cool. What's going on there? There's a purple crap going on there. That's kind of cool. Man, now that looks like an RPG, guys. That's what I'm saying. Okay, we got a city book. One of the... Oh, dear Lord, that looks cool. Okay, we'll take a look at that. Campaign game flow on the back here. When to consult the city book to begin the campaign, simply on the first page. At the end of each week, world phase chapters to attempt lockpicks and elemental puzzles. When you mark a star-qualified slot of a war point track in the log, and after all journey phases have been played, quest chapter 84 to start end-game procedures. There's elemental puzzles. Love the different puzzles. Is this I don't even know what's going on here. And again, you can see how great the art is. I love the art in this game. Their artists are amazing. Like, really, really good. I love the style. City structures, weapon shot. And then different things I guess you can say to people or do things with, or what the warriors are. So these are the different factions by the looks of it. Very cool. All right, so yeah, I guess this is it says city book, but it looks like it's a lot of I don't know, look up and use kind of stuff. Okay, so we got this thing. This is the journal, and this thing, guys, is a beast. I love the big binding, by the way. It should make this very nice to actually use. Yes, already it's nice. Already it is, which is great. On the back, just has a little thing. And honestly, guys, so when it comes to the puzzles I'm expecting, this might come in handy. You might have to look at this, right? It's like a Metal Gear Solid PlayStation 1 thing where to save your game, you gotta like freaking look at the back of the the case. So we got table of contents, introduction, quest chapters, and adventure chapters. 349 pages at least. My goodness. Running out of adventure cards. Note the campaign begins in the city book. That's helpful. You can see the all the different things that you're doing here. What is that? What is that? Dear, I mean, I swear, guys, this game. What are you doing to me? Oh, this is great. Seeing all the this would be a great poster. That would be awesome. I would hang that up. I would hang this up if this was a poster. 100%. I just think it'd be cool. You know, people would just go up to it and like try and like find cool, like what's going on with this guy, the freaking bearded face mask guy, or oh man, this dude looks freaking sweet, or you know, like oh my gosh, is that a you know? I think this would be cool. I really dig this, and I wish I wish this was a poster. I would hang it up. You guys should make a poster. That would go in my game room. That's cool. But again, I also just love the art. And the art isn't all the same either. It is kind of different. There are some, for instance, that look kind of like this, which in my opinion looks a little more CG, and then some look a little bit less CG or less kind of computer graphics. Just depends, right? Like I guess look at the difference between his face and his face. So it is not all the same, if that makes sense. But it's still a consistent art. I don't know. I think the style is still fairly consistent, actually, to where it looks pretty unified. Oh, look at that. That's fun, too. That's cool. I love this. Just all the art. I just want to read this, guys. Look at the... see? The little hand-drawn map and stuff. It's freaking fantastic is what it is. And I'm not trying to spoil anything. I'm just looking at pictures and stuff. There's this... So look at the little notes here and diagrams and stuff. I love it. Let's see if there's any change. Yes, there is. So you can see over here, now we have like different actual quests and stuff like that you're doing. Oh man, you see that demon? Look at the pirate dude with a big head. What the heck's going on there? So a lot of different quests. Whoa, look at that guy. Love it. This is all cool. Alright. Yep. Looks awesome. I like it. I want to experience all of that. That looks fantastic. Alright. Oh, look at that place. Oh, look at those trees. Oh, that's creepy. Okay. There is the journal. Now we have the quest guide, and then finally the rule book. Let's do the quest guide. We're just going to go in reverse order here. So, in the back... he's got this chick here, one of the new classes, I believe. And again, like look at the cloth, right? Even like the intricate work here and stuff like that. Like all of this looks fairly real, almost, right? But it's still like painted almost. It's really cool. I dig it. I love it. I think that's great. The landscape's good too. Look at the waterfall. Okay, so this says index. Now, this, I believe, happened before as well. It's a translation thing. This is obviously not an index. And the reason I say is because it's not an alphabetical order, and it's not listing multiple pages. This is really a table of contents, which is weird because I think didn't the journal have the table of contents, or the city book? One of them actually said table of contents. I wonder what the difference is between this. It looks to me, like there's some kind of... So there's numbers on the left-hand side too, which is interesting. They don't match, and then additionally, like it's not a table of contents because those are based off the headers, and the first header is introduction, and that's not listed anywhere here. So I don't know what that is exactly. You guys what is this? You tell me. Maybe it's just a non-alphabet. I don't know. Maybe it's what I don't know. Fisherman's Wharf. Okay, so it's just showing you each of the quests here. The different quests that you're actually going on. So that's cool. I do that. Love all the different... Oh, that's a fun layout. I like that. Burning bridges. Lava axe. I mean, everybody's favorite lava axe, right? Cool. Night of the Living Undead, huh? I see what you did there. Excited. Rulebook. Index. Again, this time, alphabetical order, multiple pages listed. You did it. A+. Looks great. Love it. That's cool. Look, this is like Nova, and it says, oh, it's an effect. Lure, oh, it's an effect. Lava, it's a terrain. So you even get like a little management game in the city, or movement as a stat. That's nice. I really like seeing that. And again, it's so easy to find it right here. You can leave this very good dimensioned thing on the table. Look it up when you need to. You're good to go. Let's talk about this. This is great. I love this. First of all, you have, like, obviously two opponents, but then you have, like, this guy in the background, too, that shows more's going on. You also have the red and then the blue hue, so it's great to pick him with the war paint on there anyway. You even almost see, like, what looks like almost snow and a fur pelt, and then, of course, she's fire, right? So it's this very opposing sides thing going on there. Really do dig that. That looks awesome. And here, we have a table of contents again. Okay, that works. All the credits here. Look at all of that. Okay, this is great. I love reading these. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay. If you are one of the 11,912 backers who made this project a reality, thank you. Your undying patience and fervent participation made this game what it is. We have We have thought about you, your entertainment, and that of your loved ones every single day since February 4th, 2020, when this project funded on Kickstarter. Thank you. That's awesome. I dig it. You're welcome. Very cool. Okay, part 2 campaign. And it has like, even like a, if you lose, extra challenge, primary objective, introduction, right? Start with a component list. We got number, we got the count, we got the name, and we got a visual example. Love it. Perfect. And it's like condensed too. Like you don't need to make everything huge. Like this is fine. This is this is a complex game and you listed on 2 pages. I dig that. Read this if you're familiar with Arena. Okay, well, so if you're not, you shouldn't read that. I think you should still read it. I like the call out boxes. Those look good. We're using, color. We're using different fonts, italicized, bold. We got underlines. Got a lot of different things there. A different colored call-out boxes. That's also interesting. I always was a fan, and I remember talking to our tentacle writer about this back when I worked with one. So we'll do stuff like this, and you'll like talk to the technical writer, and they'll like be like, okay, well, all the examples will be in red, and all of the additional information will be in blue, and the required reading will be in yellow. And you're like, that's great, that's awesome. But the reader doesn't know that unless you tell them. So I would put like a legend essentially to our formatting at the beginning of any of the documents that I kind of managed for us to write, so that you kind of like it was a primer that would like go in like, hey, this is what all this means. So you're like, okay, these are just examples. These are more information. This is that. Because especially when you're looking, you might be looking for that, and it's helpful to know that. Or, oh, I don't really understand that, so I can go over here and read some more stuff like that. If that makes sense. All caps. Dig it. Just as an FYI, I've never seen a board game person writing these use that. That's something I did. Not even the technical writer did by default. That was something I kind of pushed for. But I really enjoyed it. Maybe I'm just weird. But I do like, I'm sure there's, a difference between these colors. I just don't know them. So I'll just read them all, I guess. And it may say that, and I just didn't see it. That's fine too. Part 1 combat. Okay, so separating it by... Look at that art. My goodness. Okay, so offensive roles, strategic roles, support roles, defensive roles, all the different... Some symbology. There's not a whole lot of symbology in the game. Okay, I'm liking... I've seen this now twice as well, so that's interesting to see. They're showing, like, interact right here with the symbol there. And then you see these little blue... things to even further separate these. That's kind of interesting too. We also have a table there as well. So that's awesome. I don't recognize this character at all. Brigid Spiritual Healer. Oh, another healer. I did that. It's more of a, not a nun, but like more of a, with a Catholic kind of look to it. With the like tassel robe stuff. I don't know. I might compare that too much with like 40k stuff. So then I think like battle nuns, right? Attack talent. Ooh, don't get shot with that lightning. My goodness. Okay, look, we have like several different colors now, and maybe they're just changing colors. Maybe they're just trying to alternate things. I am seeing blue in the blue and red in the red. Kind of an interesting choice. Anyway, there's a lot here. It definitely look, guys. This looks very well thought out. Hopefully, it's good. I think it will be. I really do. I don't recognize those guys either. Man, the art of the locations is really impressive. Really impressive. Oh, we got like a Harley Quinn going on there. That's kind of cool. Look at that dude's mustache and his pipe. Look how skinny that is. That dude's freaking legit. That's the coolest guy in this whole game. I'll fight you for that. That is legit. Oh, man, again, it's such a treat just to visually look at. Look at that scar there. My goodness. All right, this looks great, guys. Looks good. I dig it. I'm gonna go to the back just to see if there's any other like charts or anything like that. Appendix one-shot quest. No campaign perks. Okay, so this is kind of nice to see a little bit of this. These are in like appendixes and stuff. Using expansions, that's helpful. But otherwise, it looks like appendix special effects. So you turn here for special effects. So that's kind of nice to see there. This is exactly what I was looking for. Keywords. Man, they have put a lot of effort in this. I really dig this. Very cool. And then I imagine right before this is a freaking sweet page is what it is. All right. Well, I don't know how long we're in, guys, but I just finally looked at all that. But you know what? All that's left is tokens, cards, and minis. So we're done with the boring stuff. Time for the cool stuff almost. Let's see. What do we got here? Again, I do like when these are wrapped. Though not too tight. I've seen some that are wrapped so tight and the cardboard is so soft that it's like bending them. And you don't want that either. You don't want to like force a bend when one's not needed. But this really helps with kind of picking and packing when it comes to actually, I guess, really assembly, right? When it's put in. And it depends on when that happens, I suppose. But either way, knowing that every single box gets one of these versus every box gets this one, and this one, it leads to a lot less errors, right? Everybody tends to get their own thing. And then it's just, it's that much less pieces to kind of deal with and that much less loose in there. And it kind of thickens the whole thing out so one's not getting bent when it slides or, anything like that. Now, that was pretty flush, if you recall, when it was stored. But often, it's because you're storing this kind of stuff. Now, often there's a lot more tokens. This isn't that many tokens at all. And most of them are just boards by the looks of it. So that's kind of interesting. I was expecting like the walls and stuff, but I guess they're assuming you have it from Arena, and so you don't need it. So that's kind of interesting to see. This is just new stuff. So I would vote that as... I'm surprised I don't remember if this was standalone or not. I'd vote that as non-standalone. But I guess we will see. Okay, so there's not really a whole lot to talk about here. I'll post it. Ooh. So that was the other way, and I did almost see a little bit of splitting. So I'm gonna do that the normal way, like that. Okay. So this is fairly bendy, obviously, right? That's just nothing. Yep, quite bendy. That's for sure. Definitely not the hardest stuff. It is fairly squishable too. You can actually even see a little bit of the deformation. Not a whole lot though, but it just shows how compact this is, if that makes sense. But I'm not seeing any warping either, which is nice. There's nothing noticeable. So that's good. I do dig that. The grid lines are very obvious. Some people like that, some people won't. Can't please everybody, literally. Some people will say, I need to see the grid lines more. And others like, I don't want to see the grid lines. The tags actually look like they are fairly okay. They're definitely white, but not super noticeable. Part of it helps that there is so much white and gray. I do like the dashed versus that and how much more solid it is. Same with this. And then these are just kind of very transparent. So that's kind of nice to see. I dig that. They punch out fine, so that's good. I'm not having any issues with any of that. I think that might be all of interest. Make double sure. Double sure. Yeah, that's fine. These are just going to fall out anyway, apparently. Okay, that leaves us to the storage tray. Now, I'm going to go ahead and take this guy out, but not look at him. Just so you guys aren't distracted, and same with me. Okay, so again, like I said, this is actually quite good. You can see it's not really splitting or anything like that. I can even pick it up like this. It's not doing anything bad, so that's nice. The bottom is very flexible. See, it's kind of soft actually, which is kind of interesting. It looks like everything here has some good space. I would be interested about sleeves. So obviously they sold sleeves. They sent some of them. That's cool and all. However, sleeves add height. And this then gets much higher than I think the clearance that it has here. So I don't think this supports sleeves unless maybe you can add some more in there and move these. That might be possible. Maybe there's some other areas. Additionally, this is a hard plastic. I don't know if it's actually used for anything or just put there for a reason. I'm not sure. We'll have to, I guess, kind of see. Let's actually look at this stuff before we look at any cards, though. Because why not? So we got the colored cubes here. It's kind of your your default stuff there. Interesting enough, I don't think these bags have, no they don't, a hole in them, so they can be inflated. I probably don't want them to. Color-wise, I think these look fine. There's definitely some interesting colors, right? Like what is this? This is almost like a smoke, right? That's kind of interesting. Now, this will probably show it the best, but all things plastic come with these little like runners, right? That kind of feed the plastic between them all. And then these very often will have that pretty visible. You can see them there when they actually snip them off. Some of them not too bad though. There it is right there. I think these all look quite shiny and nice. This one almost maybe doesn't quite fit as much. I think the other one should look very shiny. Quite nice. I really dig that. Additionally, you can, and maybe, I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, you can almost see the like pour strokes, like when this was like poured in. Kind of an interesting look. See a little bit of scuffs, and that happens quite often actually on a lot of these. So that's kind of what I was commenting about how shiny they are, because a lot of times they can get really scuffed up. But these seem to be holding it pretty well, which is cool. Dig it. I think there's some yellow in there I didn't show as well. I think those, and some purple too, I think those belong to the different classes. So it's kind of nice to see that. But we do have some base rims, not very many, just a few here. I'm not sure, well these aren't base rims because the bases are not this shape, so I don't know what this is. I'm not sure. They are hard plastic. They do drop fine on the floor. Okay, no, it is because you put your mini in here. And I can see the little notch here on each side that kind of helps grip it. So, not sure what the, dear Lord, I swear, I'm going to drop everything. Not sure what, got it, what use those for are, but there you go. Okay, let's look at some cards here. There's a lot of them. I think what I'm going to do is open them up, and then we'll take a look at them. All right, got them all opened up. I haven't looked at them though. Just literally open them, put them back in the spot. So let's take a look. Now, I did notice this when opening them, so full disclosure there. But these are freaking skinny cards. You are definitely going to want. Let me darken this a little bit. You are definitely going to want sleeves. Seriously, probably the worst part of the game right now is how skinny these cards are. They are so skinny, guys. Thankfully, I don't believe this is in any of these cards, something that you are holding in your hand. You're not really like doing this. Okay, so that helps. These are only cards that you're like setting on around you or in various states, right? Moving them and setting them and stuff like that. If you have to shuffle these though, I mean, my goodness, even now, just, I mean, I haven't even like touched these, but do you see the kind of the white here on the black? Hopefully you can see that right there, but that is like just prevalent on all of them. And in fact, if I keep doing that, you can see, I mean, it doesn't even feel good. It's not even like it feels rough. It feels like a rough cut. It feels like paper. Do you hear that? It's like, it's not even smooth. So yeah, definitely not liking the quality of the card stock here or the cut. I mean, this whole thing, guys, I mean, it doesn't even look clean to me anyway. I mean, it feels, there's texture there. That is not a smooth, oh man, it's like all over my fingers now, this fine kind of sawdust that like, or paper dust almost. It fills in your like ridges on your finger and makes it feel super smooth. If you've experienced that, then you know exactly what these kind of cards are. So yeah, not very, I mean, these are, I mean, and just doing that, it'll create a line, a crease. It definitely will. Back of the card looks cool. Do dig that. We got the week 1, the name. We got some stuff going on here. Quest Power, City Phase. And again, I don't know who all these people are, but there's a lot of them. We're going to take a look. The art, obviously, again, is great. Really dig that. Man, week 1, you're meeting a guy like that. Jeez. Jeez, indeed. Oh man, he's really green. It's like super green. Super green. The whole town's on fire behind her. I love when they do that with fire people. Man, look at his hair. Some nice hair. That's a freaking sweet horse. That must be from the shop. That is totally not a quest reward. You bought that from the item shop, didn't you? Yeah, this is cool. I dig it. Just a whole bunch of characters by the looks of it. Like a whole bunch of them. Now, what they all do, I don't know. That guy's got a nicely trimmed beard. I dig it. That chick with dreadlocks? No, I think so. That might be dreadlocks. Look at that freaking tiger. Freaking fire axe right above him like that. Is that a cowboy person? Man, there's all sorts of people here. All sorts. So anyway, there's a lot. We're not going to go, look at that dude. We're not going to go over them all. But, yeah, definitely looks cool. I dig it. Love the art style. You guys already knew that. Okay, what are these? The back, more characters. We got a few more characters here. At the very back. More week 1 people. Why are they separate? I don't feel like they should be separate. Okay. I think. Yeah, okay. And then here we have different quests by the looks of it. So we won't look at all of these. We'll look at a few. So as you can see here, we got a lot of texture on the outside. And again, you can see that white kind of showing up there. Unfortunate. We do have the numbered system here as well, which is kind of cool. But I don't know what the name here is. Like Ancient Court. Where's Ancient Court on there? Is that like... it must do something. We got a world phase. That's some mastery points, some one-shot quest mode. So you can even play these in different ways. So that's kind of cool. I dig that. Remove it from the game to apply both. Okay, interesting. I wonder what it is. Is it this? I don't know. And then here we have, looks like even more quests here up to here. So let's go ahead and take a look at these. And again, it looks like campaign mode tutorial card. That's kind of cool. So, and then a few in there. Okay, cool. Then it looks like we have PV or POP solo. I don't know what POP is, but sure. We got some more characters. Why are they spread out like that? And then Comrade Special. Okay. Lesser Impulse. Just got 3 of those. I don't even know what that is. Okay, these are like your cards. I dig that. These are the characters you can play as. So that's sweet. That's cool. I used to work with the guy, by the way. They're like this. He I think he was older than I was, but he looked really young. Like I don't think he could have grown a beard. Super nerd, super smart. They paid him lots of money because the dude was a freaking genius. Is what he was. Lots of different stuff there. Okay, I recognize these cards. Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, I'm recognizing these as well. So these are like the character abilities that you get. So you'll have, again, just a few that each character can have. And then you kind of pick when you do those, if that makes sense. Now, what is this? Lion maimed. Lion, dragon maimed. Goat maimed. Serpent. What the heck? I don't know what all that is. It's weird. There's a maimed version of all of them. Guess these are all the enemies. There's a lot of them. Weapon shop. Now this is fun. Weapon shop 1. Weapon shop 2. Weapon shop 3. Weapon shop 4, 5. Oh my goodness. How many weapon shops are there? 6, 7. Guys, look at the difference there. That's fun. I dig that. That is quite the upgrade. I love it. Very cool. Yeah, the same thing with taverns. Iron Hand. Oh man, I'm gonna love the city building stuff. That's just fun. And then it just continues. That's already Outpost 2, Outpost 3. Outpost 5, 6, and then there's 7. My goodness. Is that not fun? Okay, then we got weapon shop cards. The different characters, it looks of it. Outpost, weapon shop, tavern, and then that's greater impulses. Interesting. All right. Now, it looks like here we have loot cards. Lots and lots of loot cards. And then 2 legendary things. So, and you can tell legendary versus not. Legendary armor and legendary blades. It's in the name. That's hilarious. Gold. Lots of gold. Iron. Wood. You get like resources. Gem. Looks like that's it. Okay, that's your loot. What's in here? Here we got, okay, different equipment and stuff here, by the looks of it as well. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about here. Spiked plate mail, bone split mail, lion breastplate, phoenix defender, adamant plate, diamond full plate, dragon scale, platinum holy mail. Love all this. Get a little bit closer. Oath bow, slayer's crossbow, heaven force rod, wand of vision, stun crossbow, sonic longbow. Look, these are just level 2s. Infernal tunic, bestial leather, cloak of resistance. Love this stuff. Blood burner, heart of the mountain. Looks like every single one is unique. From what I can tell. That's super cool. I don't really see any repeats here at all. Oh, wait. Nope, yeah, those are separate. Those are different. I dig it. Now, how different are they? I mean, obviously, they took the one kind of thing, because they're all the same angle. So look at that one. 1,000 eyes. Look at that. Okay. Some wild freaking crap there. That's what that is. And, these are starters. Oh, noob armor and stuff. Oh, then level 1. Very cool. These are awesome. I dig them. I really do. Sun barrier. Looks cool. All right, guys, that is all of the cards here. So, let's look at a mini. This is the mini in this one. All right, so right off the bat, there is some sculpting on the base. I do dig that. And look at that on the bottom there too. It even has the number and stuff like that. M123. So if you need a replacement or anything like that, you can get that. It says exactly where it is. Arena of the Contest and Tanares Adventures. Interesting, it says both. So it does sit quite flat. So I dig that. Let's see here. What else we got here? We got some great ropes. Good texture on those ropes. I dig that. Where it's tied, it looks like there's some filler in here. It might just be part of a skull, actually. It looks like that's part of a skull. Okay, I think they did smart with that. Otherwise, yeah, it's all layered up and everything. So that's cool. I dig that. This blade cut through looks pretty cool. Dig that. That freaking mask thing is crazy. All these spikes look really good. They're all kinds of different ways. Definitely kind of every which way. His feet look really good. I dig the toes. His far outside toe on either side look kind of weird. I don't know what's going on with those toes. Making sure you guys can see it. They just seem really tall, perhaps. See the buckle and the holes here look great. I dig that. Love that this is sculpted inside of here. My wife, she always picks these up and she goes bloop like every time, because oftentimes they're like really flat and stuff like that. But this one would pass the test. This looks great. Texture here looks awesome. Love the texture there. The assembly, you can see this was put here. Very good assembly. I do dig that. That looks great. The chain looks good. The fact that it's a spiky chain fits, I think. I'm trying to look for like a mold line. It looks like there's one that would be right here. It's extremely minimal. The hair looks fairly separate. I don't know what this is. I think that's supposed to be some hair too, but it almost looks like the hair ends here. But if that's the case, then what's going on here? So there's a little bit of oddity there. This head on through the spike is like hardcore. Like you can see the stump there and everything. So that's crazy. Again, assembly is very good. Love the layers, by the way. Really solid lines separating them all. Really dig all that. The face looks great. The ears look awesome. Hair there looks nice. The teeth, the tongue, the eyebrows, the wrinkles in the forehead. This weapon, like just all of it. I really dig that. I think there's a mold line that goes up here, but it matches with the wrinkles for the most part of the fingers, so that works. That's kind of a smart placement there. A little bit of a mold line here, tiny little bit. These bands again look good. The rope in the hand looks good. Dig all that. Yeah, cool mini. Cool. All right, one tray down, and that was the one without a lid. So let's go to the next one. So here we have the next one. So these are lock-on lids. So that's what this notch here is it kind of fits in there. So you almost have to kind of push it out. And you can, but it does tend to just do that. Now, can I lift this with just the lid? Well, it's taped on. Tape. Brutal. Okay, we'll just cut it off. Looks like just on 2 sides, so I appreciate that. So of all 4 sides. Okay. Now that I'm not cheating. Okay. Now, question is, can I lift? Nope, the lid comes off. So sometimes they stay on that hard, quite rare, and it doesn't need to be either. It's just there to make sure that these aren't moving around too much. Now, there's no indents into here, so they can shake a little bit. You can see, like this one, for instance, going back and forth. So there will be some movement. Sometimes these lids, by the way, you can see the actual lid here looks awesome. Really dig that. To really kind of push it in there. It doesn't like any of these are snap-in, so that's good as well. We do have, it looks like, some cards. So let's go ahead and open those up magically through editing. All right, so let's go ahead and try and get these out. Looks like there's a little bit of maybe some give here, and then, okay, got it. All right, so we're not distracted by them. And see what all this are. So helper sheets is what these 3 things are. So they're front and back, and you have 3 of them. Turn hero, puzzles, turn of a villain, conditions, symbols, elements of a scenario, and 1 to 3 player comrades. So if you like have helpers, that's kind of cool. I dig that. Elements of a scenario, you got barriers and obstacles, chests, stuff like that. The writing on these are pretty small, so keep that in mind for all you people of an age where perhaps eyesight is not what it used to be back in your day, as it were. Conditions. I like this, and this is similar to how Arena even was too. So it has the harmful conditions and helpful conditions in red and blue, so you can quickly kind of find them in there, which is nice. And honestly, this is probably what I used when playing Arena, especially PvP. For the first few times, we used this all the time. Oh man, what does exposed mean? Oh man, oh you're protected. That means this, right? You use that all the time, so you'll look that up quite often. Okay, now we have the actual player cards, and again, these are bent. Which is kind of a bummer to kind of see the bend. There you go. Quite bent. Hopefully they flatten out a little bit. I hope so anyway. There is a quote on the back, but is it different? Yeah, so see this little quote here? That's what I was trying to see. Is the quote different on every single one? It is. So that's nice. I dig that. Let's go ahead. Let's see. So obviously, we got a Valkyrie. That's new. We got the Beastmaster. Love it. The Summoner. Love it. Warlock, of course. The Sword Mage. The Guardian. All these are new, by the way, so far. The Deathbringer. The Fallen Titan. I love this. This, I believe, is from Aeon Trespass Odyssey. That's why you kind of have the little spots there and stuff like that. So I dig that. That's cool. We got the Shadow Knight. We got Shredder over here. The Witch Hunter, the Pyromancer. We got Nyx from Madara, the Skara, the Succubus of Envy, Balara the Arachne, You have the boss perks. This is interesting. These different ones. The Chimera and the Augur. These are the different bosses there. Very, very cool. Those are great. Love it. This is all enemies. Oh, and then your heroes there. So it looks like this is a lot more enemies. Now, one thing you'll notice here is, see, there's Ghoul Violent, Ghoul Mystic, Harpy Violent, Harpy Mystic. You're going to have a whole lot of different either named enemies or differences in that, where you're not really fighting the same thing over and over again, even if you use the same mini. And that's really what's important there. Explosive Teeth or Impact Teeth. What? And then we have Noxious and Guardian as well. So different kinds of the same enemy. And these are even just the like the generic ones. You'll get named ones as well. So that's kind of cool. Violent and Mystic and Guardian and what was the other one? Noxious. So each of them have that kind of trait that you can add to it. I'm trying to see if there's any in this one that'll be named. Fiends, Golems, Necromancers, Ogres, Reapers, Specters, Spies, Warriors. We got some boss cards here. Or there's a boss card there for the Warlord. Okay, which is, yeah, from the core box. And then we have these other bosses here. Now, why? There's a Gold Dragon. Why the difference here versus the other ones? I do not know. I do not know. But there's that. Now, there is one other stack here, so let's take a quick peruse through to see if they have... come here. Any, like, named ones or anything like that. We got Archers, Ghost Dwarves, Goblins, Orcs, Reavers, Reapers, Sentinels, Skeletons, Spiders, Spy. So again, we're seeing like Spy again. So some of these seem to be repeats, which is kind of interesting. Berserker, Construct, regular Dwarves, Elemental, Fiends, and Gargoyles. No, okay, so no named guys. So in Arena, often they would be in the scenario setup. It'd be like, oh, and here's like Bob the Builder, as opposed to, I don't know, somebody else. All right, let's look at some minis. We're going to zoom in here. We're going to tilt this down a little bit. Okay, so it looks like the most repeats you get are 2. So you have 2 of these guys. Love how off the base it is. I love how it goes off here and then comes here, yet it's still quite centered. Also, what's kind of cool, it does knock over, I guess, a little bit when you like hit him like that, but it's because look how small his base is compared to like him, right? So that's kind of crazy. Great detail. I really do love that. So there's a little bit of a mold line here. Not too bad at all though, but look at the detail on his like chest and stuff, guys. Like that is just wild. That looks really good. All the teeth there, the little eyes, the transition to the texture. Yeah, that's a cool guy. I dig that. We also have this guy here. Again, the details are great. Guys, if you paint these up, they're going to look fantastic. I can tell you that right now. So these are not, they don't have anything special on the bottom here. And again, a little, if you really are trying, you can knock it over. Otherwise, they actually stand fairly well, but only kind of fairly because they're so dynamic. Like this guy, his center of gravity isn't necessarily, I don't think, right over the base. I think he is leaning a little bit in one way, as you can see. But it makes for a great looking mini, I can tell you that much. None of this looks too fat. Maybe that right there does, but for the most part, nothing seems to be really thickened out. The assembly is really good. I'm not really seeing any bend in that plastic there. I think that's exactly how it should be. The texture on these wings. Oh man, that is some crisp texture there. Same with even on the little horn here. And these are tiny. Yeah, assembly looks good on those wings. That looks great. Tail looks good. Yeah, came out great. Again, there's 2 of those. Here's kind of Cthulhu-like kind of guys, but they're smaller and they have these big wings, huge wings. I love how the wings are different too. Look, the wing on this one, the lines go sideways. The wings on this one, the lines go up and down. And I dig that. I think that looks super cool. Again, assembly came out really well. Really happy with that. The extra arms look good. I like the 2 different sizes. The palm lines even look fantastic. All the like tentacle spots look good. This is, I guess, probably the worst part of the mini is right here. So whenever I saw this, you either try and like make it to where it goes up like right here and right here. And if you can't, at least add the texture. See this texture here? Add it here too. Add a little ripple so it's not just a straight like line through. I call this stargating because it kind of reminds me of like when they would touch Stargate and then they stretch out, right? It looks kind of like that where it's like Stargate and then stretch as you warp through, right? Same kind of thing there. That being said, from just about every angle that looks good because you're going to be looking at it like from here, right? And you really have to turn it all the way sideways to really see that. So it's not something you're going to see except when expecting it. But I am always impressed when I go to inspect something and it passes the test, right? Again, difference in the texture of the wing here. This is very cracked and very spotted, which looks, I think, awesome. The texture on the skin is so freaking good, guys. All the different like little bits of line there looks great. This chain came out fantastic. The brick here came out really good. This looks awesome. The muscles look good. Teeth look good. Inside the mouth look good. Horns are great. Love the more battle damage here. This looks awesome. I really dig this. Okay, we got 2 of these as well. I think we got 2 of pretty much everything here. These are all enemies. This is the Harpy. Again, wings look fantastic. And again, it looks different with the feathers. The separation between the wing and the arm, fantastic. Looks great. She's even grabbing it really well, and that's a clean line on both sides. So that looks awesome. The assembly on this leg looks good on here. Not quite as good here, but overall, yeah, with all the different texture and stuff, this came out really, really good. The claws are separate, so they look good too. I dig it. Oh, we got 3 of these. We got barrels. Not much to say about this except the barrels. This did damage the base even a little bit too on how it's connected. And same with here. So a very strong connection on these. That kind of took a bit of the plastic with it. This chain looks really, really good. It's a little skinny. A little skinnier than I would have liked, actually, even. But it looks decent enough. Let's see here. What else we got? Oh man, love the big club weapons. And this is ABS, so that's cool to see. So this arm here is separate and made of ABS, probably because it looks like they didn't want to maybe connect it to the shoulder, but they ended up doing it anyway. I'm not sure. Again, you can see a little bit of that stargating here, where it just goes bloop, just flat, straight stretch, no texture, no sculpting or ripples to kind of make it match. Nope, just bloop, straight back. The overhang here on the shoulder pad looks awesome. I really dig that. That looks good. Yeah, all these spikes, man. Hey, you gotta be careful picking these up. I'm serious. Alright, this guy's fun. I dig it. Yeah, he's got like an arrow or arrows going like through him. Not that he seems to care. They are a little bent, so I would like to see those not bent. And obviously, I would like to see the texture on the feathers more. There's also some filler right here, which is unfortunate. So he has his arm, and then he has his chain, and then right in between here, you can see they filled that out. I'm not sure why they did that either. I think just sculpting his hand to come down more would have been probably just fine, but you see it's sculpted on the bottom too. That being said, he doesn't have the stargating here, and instead goes all the way up, and this looks fantastic on both front and back. So that's good as well. The intestines coming out, disgusting. Ugh, coming out of the little poke hole there. Ugh, gross. I don't like it. Make it stop. Texture on the skin looks awesome. Love the missing eyeball. That's great too. The assembly here is a little awkward, right? The shape here. So it'd be nice to kind of see that be done better in the future. And again, the stargating is really unfortunate. So it looks great like this, right? But then when you see it right here, it's just straight. No texture, no nothing. And the problem is, you see it from an angle that will see this extremely thick, almost as thick as his arm chain that's popping out way more than it needs to be, which is kind of unfortunate. All right, got 2 of these. This is the dwarf. Looks fantastic. Like really, really good. I really dig that. The shield looks great. Him holding it looks good. The hammer looks great. Love the beard. Love the armor. Dislike the giant fat stargated out thing here. But other than that, this looks fantastic. The hair turned out good too. All right. Now this is fun. The one thing that's kind of interesting to me is it seems like the scale is representative more than anything. And I say that because unless this is a really tiny person, which it might be, I'd have to check, I guess. Like a halfling or something like that. This just seems small. I mean, when like this is, I think, a normal person, and so this person's then is really tiny, right? Or if you put him next to like the gargoyle, suddenly, it's way bigger. Or even like this demon guy here, it just seems like it's mostly normalized, the size of everything. But again, I think this person's a little bit small too. That'd be my guess. Love the attention to detail with like footprints and stuff like that. Now, this weapon is bent like none other. This really whole thing should have been ABS, because look at how skinny this is. This whole arm, at least, I think should have been ABS. This is scary to even like start to straighten, which is not cool. It's not what you want. Cape is a great thickness, so this cape looks fantastic. Really, really good. I love the little tail there too. That's adorable. But yeah, no, this is really bent, and that'll take some time to fix in. All right, next up, it looks like we only have 1 of these. Looks great. Love the crazy looking weapon. It's a little bent, perhaps. Hair looks great. Muscles look great. Spikes look painful. Is that what you'd want? The armor, by the way, of this like little bottom part here, great. The fact that this is not sculpted, also great. Looking great. All right, next up we have this farmer guy, which is great because there's a little pig, and I freaking love this. I'll have to show my kids this. The pig is the highlight. This is the best mini so far. Great texture on the pants as well. Love the beard. Love pretty much everything about this. This is just a great mini. Oh, nope. So it's not pushed in all the way, and it looks a little wobbly. Yeah, you see that? So that's not good. That's really hard to fix. It looks like something kind of odd went on with it anyway, because neither of his feet look to be pushed in all the way either. And they're like still glued in though. So I'll have to kind of try and fix that, I suppose. Okay, here is that lady I was showing you that was moving around a lot. And it almost looks kind of funny because she has such this big, freaking crazy over the top dress. And so when she comes out of it, she looks really small. Love the fan. Love how sturdy that is. It's actually quite impressive. I believe it is ABS because it's shiny, and ABS plastic will be fairly shiny. The texture on the dress looks great, especially the front. Yeah, just looks nice. All right. Again, I'm loving the poses of these. This person does have mitten hands, which is kind of unfortunate. So they have the thumb and then all the fingers pressed together, which I don't think it looks very accurate. I think that's mostly how you stand or your rest your fingers when they are in a mitten, but when they're not, they tend to be, slightly askew. The thickness of this looks great, however, so that looks good. The hair looks great, but again, it's like such a solid straight line almost. I would have liked a bit more waving ends as well. Face looks good though. I dig that. That's well done as also. I'm not sure what these things on the side are. I'll have to reference the art. Same with the forehead thing. Some kind of marking of some kind. This guy's fun. Look at this. I love this guy. Again, I think he could have been maybe pushed in slightly more. It looks like a bit of a gap, but the spikes are great. I love all the feet. The tongue looks great. Teeth, little eyeballs. This is a great mini, and I love this. I'm glad I got two of them. Next up, spiders. Yay, everybody's favorite. They're very spiky. Like, very spiky. Raised up, connected well. The design on it's etched in there. That looks good, too. All the feet are separate. Yeah, looks great. All right, next up we have these little guys. Love it. One of the first renders I had access to, and so I put them on a thumbnail and really did enjoy it. One thing that's interesting is the texture on this looks great, and I love the spikes and all that. On the inside, it's buttery smooth. Now, you can actually get away with a smooth inside by making it look like the inside of like a leather pelt. But it doesn't look like that either. It's way too bubbly and shiny. So, or smooth, I guess I should say, even if it doesn't stay shiny. So that's a little unfortunate. Love this though, the little trailing here. The whole pose is great. The axes look great. They look like they stayed nice and straight. So that's good. Overall, again, very, very cool. And the last one in this tray is this chick. And my goodness, what a great one to happen to end on. Yeah, like everything about this is cool. So she's obviously way overreaching here. The hair looks fantastic. Her face looks wonderful. I mean, not in like a great way, but like wonderfully sculpted. The fingers are a little more different now, right? There's a little separation there, which is great to see that finger pop out. And then even these are at different spots, and I really dig that. Really, really do. That looks great. The dress like flowing like this looks awesome. And then of course the headstone with the face coming out of it, very creepy. Would not suggest, would not recommend. Now, that is everything in this tray. There is a spot here for what looks like tokens. So again, I'm going to have to kind of play on like where everything is and how it works out and stuff like that. I don't know how she went in. Don't know. Let me put her... Should I know this? Not like that. I don't know. I don't know what she's doing. There we go. Got it. So I don't know what goes in here, but otherwise we have one more tray to go, and then we're done with the core box. All right, opened up the cards. One thing to note is that each one is different, actually, the lids, and I think that's kind of cool too. I really dig that. They're all different. They're not the same. So let's go ahead and look at the cards, and then we'll look at the minis. Of course. Getting these out, not the easiest. My fingers just barely fit. I don't know what this says about my fingers, but whatever. Okay, yeah, this looks great. Looks like we got a... Oh, man, look at the freaking skull on that thing. That looks freaking sweet. A lot of different cards on here. Attack on Titan. Wait, what? Is that an anime reference? What's going on here? Are there any others kind of like that? Attack on Titan, huh? That seems very specific. I wonder if there's any others like that. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'm going to look through all of them super well, but I did catch that. Alright, then these are level up cards that you can get, which looks super awesome. I dig that. Imagine that's what the rest of these are, is for the different classes. Bone Destruction. Is that what that says? Bone Destruction. Love it. That's a level 3 initial bruiser ability. You just start out with that. Love it. Angelic Feather, Life Shield, Deep Wounds, Overkill, Headshot, Hypnotic Pulse, Shadow Ritual, Unnerving Sacrifice, Encouraging Orders, Healing Command. Love it. Love all of that. That's amazing stuff. Okay. Come on. There we go. Okay. Now this came in had two different packs. So it had these guys, which again are these like NPCs that have different things that'll do different things. 3 different investigators. That's kind of interesting that there's multiples of them as well. Not sure what that means. Love that guy's hat. And then yeah, all the rest of these. Oh no, I will say it looked like for the most part they were different. But now we have these here. Legendary Strike, Legendary Ray, Okay. And then we have, like a Pegasus. Pegasus is hastened and may ignore terrain effects. We got Cerberus, the Beast, Viraclaws, Mummy, Gladius. How would I say Gladius? Something like that. Very cool to see all those. More abilities for different classes. Looks cool. Dig it. All right, that's all the cards in Tanares Adventures. Now, all we have left is the last bit of minis. So, let's take a look. Got my little pointy sticker out, or stick thing. Love this. Oh my gosh, guys. Zoom in. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. Look at this. That is so awesome. Love how it's like mimicking her. Love the little blade here. She's got the dagger. She's ready to go to town. And she looks really, really well done. A little bit of an assembly gap there, but honestly not too bad. For the most part, it's assembled, I think, very, very well. And the different textures and all the different armor that she's wearing is cool. But this little shadow thing behind her just looks freaking sweet. Love how it's like blended in behind her on her cape as well, which does look a little fat. That looks a little thick in my eyes. I would like to see her little cape there a little bit skinnier, but overall very cool. Very, very cool. I dig that. Okay, this archer is bound to hit something, probably the grass, the sky, and you. Love that it's separate though. I really do that, and not too thick either. He's got a little bit of a little thing to hold them back, which makes it a little bit more believable. This is connected here, which is smart, so it's just up here. And the design of the bow allows it to be fairly thick and still look great. Love the cape. The thickness is perfect. Perhaps a little bit skinnier would have been fine, especially because it's really skinny here and then like gets fat, which is kind of odd. A little bit of a mold line, nothing bad. The quiver looks fantastic as well. Just super cool looking. All right. And we got this bad boy here, or this bad chick here, I guess I should say. The amount of like skulls swooshing around, including the one that she's like holding the jaw of as it swooshes out, and another one's in the trail of smoke. And then it wraps around her, another one there. Just looks freaking sweet. Love the one shoulder pad. The cape looks great all the way down. A little bit of a bent mini here. This could do some straightening, but seriously, guys, one of my favorites. That looks awesome. Let's keep it going. Next up, we got this freaking creepy thing. So assembly actually looks pretty good. I dig that. This guy is like, he's like eating the bone out of this guy. His chest cavity's open. He's missing an arm. There's a huge gap there where his torso is. His legs are cut off. This is disgusting. Now, one thing that I am noticing that is a little unfortunate is the feet are like really skinny, but then there's an issue here where like this warps into his ankle, which shouldn't be possible. And then his feet here, like it almost does that issue with the small toe here as well. Again, would like to see the separation better. Muscle definition's great. Him eating is disgusting. One of the grossest minis I think I've had, just from a scene perspective, which is awesome. Great, good. He's a bad guy. I'd love to kill him. Hopefully that makes sense. So this is interesting. You get 4 of these, and again, normally you only get 2 of each of them. This looks crazy. A little bit of a mold line, and this is a little bit thicker than I would have liked, especially this one down here towards the front. The chains look actually quite good. These are pretty darn nice. There's a little bit of stargating here, but not too bad. This is all open. I dig that. Nobody cares about the like wood used here or whatever that is. But this blade, everybody cares about it. That's freaking sweet. Love the like chiseled part of it there. That's wild. You would not want that. There's a little bit of softness here between the different chains, but otherwise okay. And again, you get 4 of those. Kind of interesting. All right. I think we're almost done here. Here's this guy. Yeah, again, a little bit of a bend here, but the blade itself looks awesome. Cape is looking good. Dig that. And again, this armor, the hair, all that's great. Yeah, looks super duper cool. I dig it. I really do. I can't figure out how to put him back in. No, how do you go? There you go. All right, and then we have this guy here. Love the shield. Love the straight weapon. Looks very ABS as he's ready to attack with it. This texture is great as well. I really dig that. The bear pelt behind him, freaking sweet. And the fully molded base looks fantastic. Really, really nice. Okay, again, sculpted base looks great. He's actually got a little bit of whatever that is on there. The weapon actually came out quite good. You can see from that springiness and that sound, that's ABS. Texture on the cape looks fantastic. Even the side here got it, which is really, really nice. It's not always the case. The magic looks great. Definitely a mixed magic melee kind of guy here, which I dig. All right, now we got quite a few minis here. And again, some of these are going to be, I'm going to try and do some editing, but some of them are just going to be really bright. The cape looks great. This long blade looks good with the crossbow. Really like that combo. I think that's awesome. Love the little doodads and knickknacks all over on their armor and stuff. Just looks really cool. Looks really cool. All right. Oh man, this is going to be really bright here. This is bright, even like I'm looking at this. Really yellow. Wow, that is yellow. Cape looks fantastic. Love the skinniness of that. The shoes look good. This one might be melting into it a little bit, in my opinion. But I do like seeing the heels there. The neck itself looks okay. I think this could have been pushed down a little bit more for assembly. But otherwise, okay. The blade looks awesome. And overall, the pose, I think, is quite interesting. There's also this guy. And again, love the power stance here. This is a shredder guy. Very thick cape, though, which I think is kind of noticeable. So that's a little weird. But overall, I'm loving the texture that I'm seeing. And the pose is just really, really powerful and strong. And I really dig that. I like his short sword, too. I'm glad the sword isn't too long. I think that's often the case, is they're just too long. I think I'm going to move this. Whoop! Okay, there we go. We're good. All right, this is from Black Rose Wars. I recognize this guy. Yeah, looks really, really nice, except for the assembly on the base. I don't know what's going on here. There's a lot of gaps. I'm not a fan of the gaps at all. Overall, though, again, then looks great, and it was definitely one of the cooler ones from that series. Okay, here is, I think this is the Succubi. Amazing wings. Really love these really long claws here. Whip looks great. Love the different clothes. The tail looks awesome. Really dig that. Just the overall pose is cool too. And I love the little swooshed hair. Nice little touch. Okay, next up it looks like we have one of the healers. Again, looks awesome. This is Nyx from Madara. I think she looks super cool. I'm glad she's not flying. She just have these wings here, but they're almost just for show. The weapon looks nice. I like that. Like the foot up. That's a unique little thing. Tail looks good. Hair looks cool. Almost a little bit like Aerith from Final Fantasy VII a little bit. Perhaps. All right, next up. Again, amazing. Love this. Shield looks great. The sword is amazing. Really do dig that. And of course, you gotta love his hat and mask as well. He also has this great looking pelt, which really is nice. Yeah, definitely a cool one there. I think he just goes straight down there. Okay. Now we're getting to some of the summons for the controller. Guys, a pet class. Love it. Love it. Another thing I mentioned that I'm super excited to see. This, like, full face beard thing with the horns and stuff. It's just so cool. So cool. And again, really enjoying these sculpted bases as well. This is the guy that had the blue face paint, body paint. Weapon looks awesome. Cloak looks good. Hair swooshing looks good. Overall, this guy, I think, is super neat looking. Okay, now we have this one as well. This is a Cerberus, and again, looks amazing. Love the rock. Love his interaction with the rock. The texture of this mini, one of the best in the whole game so far. Really great texture. Really, really nice. I dig that a lot. And, yeah, he just looks mean. We're next to this guy who has like a weird hourglass scroll thing going on here with like writing on it, which is kind of cool. I dig that. I have no idea what this is. Face looks cool. Hair is wild. Cape looks great. Love the booklet. That's awesome too. Yeah, overall, just some really cool stuff. I have no idea what's even going on back there. I just know that it's cool. A rule of cool. Man, these wings. These wings. Freaking sweet is what they are. Simply pretty darn good there. Love the like little wand with the orb on it. Obviously, she's doing some kind of magic there. And again, this is a little straight for my book. I don't know how I feel about that, but that's okay. All right, next up, Skeleton Guy. Fantastic. Cape is looking great. Love how skinny he gets here. I think that's a real big key here. The wide horns that come out on either side and really frame it help a lot. Inside of the shield is sculpted, so that's good to see. And this little sword thing is honestly a little scary. Almost done. All right, we got the mummy. Love it. Love this ABS as well. That's fantastic. Love that he's way back here, but obviously making these huge strides, which is great to see as well. That'll be really nice. All right, and then of course we have, I like how these are paired up too. That's nice. The Egyptian controller lady. Love these hoops. These look fantastic. The rope looks great. Everything about this looks great. And I think this is probably, again, one of my favorites in this box, actually. Pegasus time. Again, definitely not to scale. Otherwise, it's about the size of a person, which isn't necessarily correct. Wings, however, I think actually look fairly similar. So that's nice to see. And overall, this horse is just armored and ready to go. Love the big, bushy, like luxurious tail in the back there. It's really, really cool. All right. So one of the main ones, even on the box, weapon looks super cool. What is this? Is this a halberd? It looks awesome. I love it. Yeah, all the different little armor platings and stuff like that. Helpful a little bit. Love the cape. Cool mini. Guys, that is literally everything in the core Tanares Adventures box. I still have a lot to go over. So I think I might end this here actually and film everything else afterwards. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that.